Hey guys, Movie Martinez here. If you've never been to my channel before, I mostly talk about movies, games, shows, mostly just horror movies. And today I want to give my thoughts on the Halloween franchise. Now, I'm mostly going to be talking about the last three movies that came out and not the other ones because we're going to be here for a while and I'm mostly going to be talking about just these three movies. I may touch on the very first because it is connected to the last three, and I might go off on a rant about the other movies and how stupid they are, especially Rob Zombies and Part 3. Because Part 3 was complete hot garbage and Rob Zombie can't direct to save his life. So, pretty much, everyone knows what Halloween is. One of the very first slasher movies ever made. Well, depending on other movies that you might watch. Whatever. Point is, it's a classic. Everybody knows it. The movie was revived like around, I want to say, 2018 or something. They brought back the Halloween franchise. I could be wrong. Don't yell at me, please. And it starts off with Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis. Good to see she's back. Just remembering her days of everything that happened, like when Michael first went off on the deep end, killing his sister. Then when he was an adult, which messed her up. Then there are two people who want to interview Michael for some reason from the UK. Don't know why. They go to the asylum where he's being kept. Everyone starts going crazy some reason. Next thing you know, he breaks out. And then it's just chaos ensues. The two people who wanted to interview him end up dying. So on and so forth. Typical slasher. A lot of people die. Jamie Lee Curtis, her character, she tries to kill Michael. It's pretty much almost like rehashing the first movie, in a sense. And I don't think y'all need a play-by-play. If you haven't watched the movie by now, freaking Christ, go watch it. When it comes to the first one that came out, not the first ever movie, but the supposed sequel that first came out, it was actually really good. I enjoyed it. The kills were great. The acting was phenomenal. I liked the pacing. It was a good movie. The second one that they made, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like they were trying to one-up what they did in the first movie, which might have, like, crippled them a little bit. And then when it came, like, down to the whole, like, I forgot this one character's name. Ah, dang it. Who is he? He was in the first movie. The guy who keeps on preaching, like, evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. I'm like, y'all trying to put this on a goddamn t-shirt? Whatever. I feel like in that second one, though, everyone just ended up just turning stupid for some reason. I don't get what they were trying to do in the second movie. Because, like, Michael is surrounded by, like, what, 10, 12 people? They all beating the hell out of him. He's on the ground. They're beating him down. One lady has, like, a freaking hot iron. Another guy has, like, a freaking 2x4. I'm just questioning, like, does no one have a gun? Has anyone tried shooting this man? Then the one cop who shows up with the revolver. I'm thinking, okay, we're finally going to see Michael die. Evil dies tonight, whatever. Shoot him, shoot him. Why aren't you shooting him? Why are you getting closer to him? How the hell this man 1v10s and just solos everybody? The movie made me more frustrated than anything else. Like, these people are so stupid. Oh, man. And then it gets to the one scene where the guy drives Laurie's freaking granddaughter and her boyfriend, realizing I just brought these kids to Michael Myers' house. No shit. And you went in by yourself, not thinking they're probably going to come in after me. And before any of that even happened, apparently there was these two guys, a couple, who were living in the house. They tried to scare away kids, saying, "Do you know whose house this is? Excuse me, do y'all know whose house this is? Why the hell you live here? I don't even care if he's locked up. I'm not moving into that damn death trap of a house." And when Michael pulled up on them, I gotta admit that, I don't know why this one scene just bothers me the most in the movie, actually. He grabs the dude by the arm, grabs it, pulls it out, grabs his knife, and stabs him underneath the armpit. And I'm just wincing at that sight. I'm like, oh, why, of all places, did you stab him there? Why? You could have just slit his throat, snapped his neck, freaking crushed his freaking head. I don't know why, but seeing someone get a knife right there, I never even thought that someone would ever get stabbed in the armpit. It actually bothered me. I'm not gonna lie. But the movie did have some of its issues. Like, I think they just personally made all the characters stupid, because how are they gonna confuse, like, a short, pudgy Danny DeVito looking guy and think it's Michael Myers, who is like, what, 6'7"? Meanwhile, this dude is like 5'4". And everyone in the hospital goes crazy trying to kill him because they think it's Michael Myers. And they try to play the whole, oh, Michael has an effect on people. Like, it'll make everyone go crazy, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. This is not like the other movies where we try to give him some supernatural BS. He's just a guy. Albeit very strong, for some reason. He is just a guy. Y'all don't gotta be going crazy like this. People weren't even probably going crazy for like, well, no. Actually, now that I think about it, people did go crazy for Dahmer, but it was mostly women, and they did it for the wrong reasons. Actually, they shouldn't be even going crazy for this man at all. Did people go crazy for the BTK? Regardless of the fact, let's get off of that one. And I brought up the whole, like, mystical, paranormal stuff for Michael because they tried to do that with the other movies. I said I wasn't going to bring it up, but those movies sucked. They tried to bring in the Illuminati. They tried to bring in the fact that freaking Michael had like some kind of Nordic curse, but they couldn't figure out anything about it. They tried to show like Michael had clones of himself for some reason. It just went off the deep end, and then freaking Rob Zombie tried it. Rob is a shitty director. Excuse my language, but the guy can't direct a movie to save his freaking life. He just tries to be grotesque and just make everything look so appalling and everything. Like, he can come up with good titles for some of his movies, but he's unoriginal. Like, if you look at House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects, the man just gave those characters, the villains, what were they called? The Firefly family. I've seen the movie once. Don't judge me. he gave their like backstories basically just backstories of real life criminals. Like he couldn't come up with anything off the top of his dome. Like I get it, some horror movie characters are like based off of like other horrible people, like Leatherface, he's based off of Ed Gein and everything, but like at the same time, you don't have to copy the entire rap sheet and just give it to this fictional character. The man's not really creative. Some of his music is good. Other than that, his movies suck. People are gonna hate me for this probably, but I'll stand on this hill. I don't care. Rob Zombie's a horrible director. When he made Halloween, I just wanted to bang my head against the wall. But anyway, that's the first two. On to the last one. How do I even talk about the last movie? Okay. So, if y'all don't know how the movie starts, I'll try to explain it to you. I've only seen it like maybe once or twice. It's been a while. Basically, like this guy is babysitting some piece of shit kid. Like honestly, a kid who's never been disciplined before in his life. White people. What? Anyway, I'm gonna get flamed for this. Basically, yeah, he's babysitting the kid. The kid knows he's scared of like horror movies and all that stuff. Ends up tricking the guy into getting locked up in the attic. He's freaking out. He's trying to bust the door open because the kid locked it. He kicks the door open. The door hits the kid, smacking him. He goes over the railing, falling all the way down and right in front of the parents. Like, ain't that some timing? But I would also call that karma. Side note, I actually met the guy in real life. I've met the actor who played the skinny dude in the beginning of the movie and who tries to pretend to be Michael. He worked at a movie theater I usually go to here in Virginia. I forgot his name. I never even got a picture. Shoot, no one's gonna believe me. But I met this dude and he was so freaking cool. I should have gotten a picture. I hate myself. Damn it. But anyway, years later, everyone treats him like a horrible person. The mother does. And so does the rest of the town because they know who he is. He gets bullied for it. The father tries to give him the benefit of the doubt. Some people end up bullying him. They were like a band group from school. I'm like, who the hell gets bullied by choir kids? Whatever. They pushed him off of a bridge. He fell down. Mysteriously gets dragged into the sewers. Meets Michael. Michael doesn't kill him because we're supposed to think that Michael sees something in this kid. Like he's, I don't know, like senses the darkness in him or whatever. I don't know. So the kid falls in love with Laurie's granddaughter. Everyone hates Laurie because she survived, and everyone blames her for everything that Michael does. One lady encounters her at the supermarket, blaming her for her sister being in the hospital, which, by the way, I call BS. Lady got a broken light tube jabbed in her throat, and you mean to tell me she didn't die? How does that make sense? I call BS on that one. That woman should have been dead. But whatever. Anyway. The kid has like issues with like certain people. He brings them into he tricks someone into the sewer. Some cop that hated him. I think it was a cop. Was it a cop? I think so. Tricks him into following him into the sewer. The cop tries to fight off Michael. Michael looks weak as all hell right now. Because apparently, like, his job was done. He kind of got revenge. And he got to the house like he wanted. But now he's slowing down for some reason. The cop gets the better of Michael. The kid walks up to Michael, says, "Show me, what am I supposed to do?" Hands him the knife. Kid grabs the knife, kills the cop. Goes off on his business. Gets pissed off at some stuff that happened in the movie. Like I said, it's been a while. I am sorry. I plan on rewatching it. He gets into a fight with Michael later on because he wants to be feared. How does Michael get punked by this kid? Like, there's a struggle, yeah, but he still gets knocked out by him. And he takes his mask. I'm just thinking to myself, damn. That's like getting your chain snatched. He disrespected Michael. But then he has like the whole jumpsuit. He has the mask. He's going around killing people. He starts with the guy who runs the that radio show. He goes to that place. Freaking smashes his head into the mic and everything. Lifts his head up. Cuts off the guy's tongue. I'm like, what? Why? I guess you didn't like what he was saying, and that's why you did it. Like, okay. Then he kills the band choir kids that bullied him. I gotta say, the one who got it the worst was the girl who got ran over underneath the fence, because then she couldn't even move. Walked up to her and just stomped her face, and I'm like, God damn. Oh, Lord. Then he goes to Laurie's house, tries to kill her and her granddaughter. They fight him off. But then Michael shows up, kills him, takes his mask back and the knife. Then it's a final fight. A lot of stabbing, a lot of people getting thrown around. Freaking Laurie gives karma back to Michael by stabbing him in the armpit. I'm like, why? Why do we need a double take? Oh, man. But then apparently, yeah, they killed Michael. And then they parade him on top of the car, showing the rest of the town, he's finally dead. We got him. And to make sure he's not coming back to life, what do? Throw him into a giant shredder made for cars. I'm like, hey, that's one way to make sure this guy doesn't come back to life. Oh, man. That's where it should end. It's where it should end. And look, the movies weren't that bad. I kind of liked it. Yes, it had its flaws. I'm probably glossing over a few things. Maybe I forgot some stuff. Please let me know. But apparently there have been talks about a TV show for Halloween. I don't know how that's going to work. I didn't even watch the Scream TV series. I thought it was going to be hot garbage. But apparently with this TV show is going to lead into like a whole new movie for Halloween. Like they're going to reboot it again. I don't think they should. Just let it die. Let it die. Let it rest. I don't want another Halloween. Leave it the way it is. Yes, the last two were hit or miss. But you know what? You gave us an ending. You finally gave us an ending to all of it. You don't need to add more. I don't want another one. I really don't. That's something that Hollywood has been doing with all of these slasher movies, like all these slasher villains. You try to bring them back some way. You don't give us a definitive end. Now we're trying to bring back all of these horror movie characters and say like, oh, these new movies are connected to the very first. Everything is completely unrelated. They did it with Halloween. They did it with Leprechaun. They did it with Candyman. They're doing it with Leatherface. I didn't even like that last movie that came out on Netflix for Texas Chainsaw. And I don't even think Chain Reactions is going to be good. Ugh. Let it die. Just let it die. I get it. Like the whole shtick of these guys that they don't die. They always come back. We need a definitive end. Don't try to bring it back in any way. I don't want it. But yeah, this has been my thoughts on the Halloween franchise. Like I said, I might have glossed over some things. Maybe I did this too quickly. I don't know. If you want to give me your thoughts about what you think about the Halloween franchise or any other movie, please let me know. I'm 100% down to talk. Now, going further with this channel, I am thinking about excuse me. I am thinking about mixing it up a bit, like maybe not just talking about movies, but talking about different characters in movies as well, survivors, some of the victims in the movies, or just the villains in general. Just doing like a brief synopsis or just talking about them. If you have anyone you want me to talk about or any movie you want me to talk about, sorry about that, please let me know in the comments. Like, I actually enjoy watching movies that I've never seen and people recommend. So please let me know about any characters, any movies you want me to do, any deep dives about. I will 100% do it. I'm also thinking about maybe doing like a little side thing, like on a project, seeing like what horror movie villain would fight like another horror movie villain, like who would win. I've been watching a lot of Ruger Rabbit recently, so that's kind of the reason why I want to do that. See like what horror movie character can beat another one. I've been thinking about like maybe Jason versus Victor Crowley. I think Victor might win that fight, but I would like to do a deep dive of that one. And who knows, maybe I'll do some other ones too. But until then, if you like this video, please give it a like and please share it with your friends. I would very much appreciate it. And if you're coming back to watch me make even more videos, please subscribe down below. I will 100% appreciate it. If you didn't like it, that's okay too. It is what it is, right? But until next time, everyone, peace.